sorry, and does not like to eat chicken because of that. And I'm Muslim, so I don't eat pork, but J5 loves pork. So every time I eat chicken, I get scolded. I get the most bombastic side eye from J5 every time. He just scolds me. And it's a reminder that, I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right. And vice versa, I scold him when he eats pork, but I guess in my religion it's haram, so maybe he isn't doing something right, but I guess that is truly dependent on what you believe in. But, ooh, I'm gonna get him a pet, every animal, so he has to go vegetarian. That's such a great idea. Yeah. Your birthday, I know your birthday passed a couple months ago, but this
Happy
gives me
belated
enough
birthday.
time to plan. This gives me enough time to plan and plot on you for real. Ooh, I'm plotting. On the side, I work with kids, and some of them, especially this summer, we've had some good laughs. But a lot of them tend to say that I sound like an evil villain when I laugh and that my laugh scares them. Like, I just be having a great old time. It's like a real, like, it's a laugh from the soul. And they're like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. I can't enjoy life. I can't live, laugh, love it up like everybody else. It's unfortunate. That food must be good because y'all real quiet.
Oh, I'm great. Can't tell? Huh? You said what? What? You said what?
Let me make sure my looks good.
Sorry, Tommy's on his phone.
It's okay. I'm also a certified yapper, so I totally get it.
Again, remember, keep your phones off and no flash.
Yeah, no flash. Flash.
Because, see, that's the flash that I was telling you guys about. The only flash that we need.
I don't know about that. Some days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, at least for right now. I don't think we need any other flash. See, look at the lighting, guys. Like, don't we look smooth? Don't we look cool? You feel me? Yeah. My lip gloss is cool. All the boys with Jack, they chase me after school. See, I'm not too young to know about this milk. I know that you're like,
Hey, yo, hold up.
hold up, what?
What were you gonna say?
I said, I know you borderline getting old, but like, and this was back in your day when you was probably like, reaching 20, pushing 20.
Back in your day is crazy.
See, I'm surprised you don't ever hit me with the see back in my day.
Hey, because
But-
I don't need to.
Yeah, I mean, my parents were born in the '60s, so people tend to say I'm an old soul.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, we're ready. Okay.
Cool. Whenever we're ready, let's go.
Do you want to start?
You. If you can't tell, this is like our first time doing this, so.
Why did you have to tell them that we're virgins? Oh
Yeah,
my
you know.
gosh! I did not need my virginity exposed.
Hey, yo. Come on.
Damn.
Too much there.
Well, everyone, welcome to our Hawaiian Financial Music Hall. We are here to give you guys a wonderful show this morning, and it's all sponsored by Monster and Jack in the Box.
And don't forget Coca-Cola.
Oh, Coca-Cola, too. Can't forget about them.
Nope.
Not only is it a drink that tastes pretty good, but it has some versatile uses. Apparently, you can use it to, like, shine your silverware.
I did not know that.
I don't know.
You do that?
No?
Okay.
TikTok does it. You know the tasty
TikTok.
videos with all the absurd DIYs?
Yeah?
Yeah, they do it.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
The more you
anything's
know.
possible, right? The more you know. So, if you guys didn't know, today we have a very special guest who you all definitely know. Even if you don't think you know,
You know.
you know. You know. So, go ahead and give it up for our guest this morning, Tommy Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Tommy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I come in here starting stuff already. I'm like,
Oh, no, we're so here for it. And I
Okay,
know
come
they
on.
are too.
I am Tommy.
Hi.
Hi, Tommy. I'm Safi. Safi like taffy.
Okay.
And
DJ Milk.
we're both
DJ
from 9390 Beat.
M-I-L-K?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I never heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's our special one. Real special.
I'll be coughing intermittently, but you don't have to put on a mask.
Well,
At least I don't think so.
Let us know if you need any water. We got you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't she so calm? In case you start coughing, I got water for you.
Here, have some of mine.
Oh, that's mine. Don't
No?
start with me this morning.
All right, my bad.
So, how are you feeling to be back here in Hawaii?
I'm always glad to be here. This is different. You know, this is like the Asian Jamaica.
We definitely got a lot
Yeah.
of cuisines that aren't.
It's like, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, look, yeah, man. You know, it's like the same thing at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, so we know that you tend to visit here a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we just want to know, like, what your favorite spots on island are.
You know what? Don't get mad at me because I have a tourist relationship with this island, okay? With Honolulu. The only reason why I know about Maui is because Jim lives there.
Ooh.
You know?
Mr. Carey?
Yeah, Jim. Well, I said Jim like y'all know him.
No.
right?
Oh, so, sorry.
It's the only name in my life that I can say Jim, and it's like Jim. You know, he was in a movie with Jim. You know. But let me tell you, and I got to be honest with you, I don't remember all of the places that I've been, so you probably could help me.
Okay.
I went to one island, and there were like deer.
Molokai.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like foresty, you had not, had lakes. Wasn't a lot of people there. The Air Force
Yeah.
Base is there. And it's just like beautiful. Then I went to one that was like farmland in Kansas.
That one's got to be Big Island, right?
Yeah.
Had cows and,
Yeah.
you know, that whole thing. Right?
Got it.
And then I went to one that was like almost all volcano. And it looked to me like Vietnam or something. And it was like very dense, you know, very, very, very damp, very dense, and very jungle-like.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then this one, which is like Target. You know, everybody's there. And don't want to pay those prices.
That part, for sure.
Yeah, that's when you know you're in Hawaii.
So you said that you're friends with Jim, and Jim lives on Maui. So, of Honolulu versus Maui,
Okay.
and this is a trick question.
Okay, Jake. I'll take it.
Which do you prefer to? Which island do you prefer spending time on?
I would say Maui, not because of the people. I would say Maui because the people are a little bit more spread out. You know, I grew up in New York City
Okay.
and in Washington D.C.
Okay.
Duck, and yeah. no. I am fond of the city, you know. But then,
Okay.
but then again, I grew up in Wyoming
Yeah.
and Colorado, so I got a combined thing. So really, I wouldn't want to separate them,
Okay.
you know, because they're beautiful for their own reasons.
Yeah.
You know,
I know what you mean.
they're beautiful for their. This is Cosmo and family, like very, very family, very like straight up love, family, community.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
there's like, hey, bruh, you know, hey, bruh. It's like they're here, there. What's up, bruh? It's a little bit more
Yeah.
laid back, you know, and I need both.
I feel that. I feel that. So you said that you had some history living in New York. I'm a Brooklyn girl myself. So,
We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn. Okay, all right. Well, that's how he sounds. Isn't that how Biggie sounds? We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn. All right.
I'm just curious to know what your time living in New York was like and what part you were in.
I was in Manhattan. I started going to New York when I was 9 years old. My best friend, who is now my cousin, were like family. We met in summer camp, and we were like pen pals. And I was like, I'm taking the Greyhound up to New York. So I was, I was from one city, he was from the other. So I take the Greyhound all the way to New York, Penn Station, go up hang out with him, you know, when I wasn't in school, and and you know, it just became one of those things. And my uncle lived there, and he was in the Village with all the artists and that thing.
Yeah.
So I got the best. I think I got the best of both worlds when it comes to that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember the last time I had a pen pal. Now everybody just texts.
Yeah, that's your pen pal.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. Our cell phones are our pals. Where's my friend go? Or my kidney. I'm a kidney.
Yeah, the most unhealthy relationship.
I'll tell you, right? Right. And addictive. You're just like, I just want to know what's going on inside of there right now. You know, I want to know what's going on inside of there. And this is big world, and I'm like, get me back inside of there. You know? I want to crawl back in the phone, man. Any questions about milk? I'm kidding.
No. I'm just
Would you
deer in
answer some
headlights
questions
right
about
now.
milk for me? Yeah, it does somebody good.
Yeah.
I'm just a deer in the headlights right now because, I mean, I met you a couple times when you're out here, so you're here very often. Yeah. What's your favorite place to go eat out here? Are you a foodie?
Yeah, y'all gonna get mad at me.
Oh no.
But y'all not.
No.
Oh.
There is the most regular cafeteria-like Korean restaurant over in Honolulu that I love.
Oh, okay.
They got hot intestine soup.
Oh.
They got all the, I mean, they're just Korean.
Okay.
You know, just here. You know, and it's all, you know. Yeah, but you got it. You know. Can I have some kimchi? It's there. Where? Look there. You know what I mean?
Well, you've been cracking a lot of jokes today, and I'm so here for it. It always brightens up my day to have somebody around me who's funnier than me, and I can so appreciate that.
I think you're funnier than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
You
don't get my head
You want to do a
big.
set tonight?
Might have to. What's up with it?
I would love to see that.
We can make that happen.
All right.
Yeah, as long as I can roast people. Like, give me somebody to roast.
It's a little different than it looks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I got on a bus and it was like all white people looking right at me.
Oh, that's so daunting.
You know what I mean? It'd be a great ride, but I'd be just like.
I mean, if Milk was on that bus, I don't think I'd be as intimidated.
Yeah, I wouldn't be intimidated either, but I would be kind of like, hey, so.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? You know.
So you have a show tonight at Blue Note. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It always is. They'll get you guys will get. Why do I feel like this is a game show now? What you'll get is, you'll get me. You'll get me, and me is happy. You know, I made a decision that I'm gonna label what I do as my vocation, as I give happy.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
I give happy.
I can see that. It's giving
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
I
You
love
know,
the aura.
I give happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the container isn't always happy. You know what I mean? But as long as I can dispense happy
Absolutely.
at a broader scale, then happy always comes back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, happy is one of those things that just kind of makes its way through sad and scared and terror and all the stuff. Yeah. And somehow it makes its way back to where it came from. Like Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, you know. She bust her head in the hurricane, you know. And she was like out, and then the little dude said, hey, man, you know, you killed the witch.
Yeah.
You know, and they said, we like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
Yeah.
said we love that.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
She's gone.
Eased her way
Yeah,
on down that
and
road.
she's dead. Trust me.
Yeah.
The little mortuary guy came out. You know, as coroner of Munchkinland, I'd like to all to understand that this witch isn't merely dead. She's really, really, really dead. So she was really dead. So she was. Yeah, and he was kind of a dark-looking cat. He wasn't like the other ones. Had flowers. He came out with a little suit on. He was a little green. Has coroner. So he goes down the road. So they say, hey, but you got the shoes though.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, but I want to go home.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, you want to use this road. And she's like, why? Because there's a wizard at the end of this road. And she's like, okay. And she was like, so they were like, follow it. And there's a big song, you know, follow, you know, and so she's going down this road, not knowing why, and they follow, you know. And so she's going, where am I going? And she's going, go. And she don't know where she's going. And then she starts meeting people, and they need to go too, you know. And they all have that same thing where they got to see this wizard. Wizard turned out not to be so much of a wizard, but he knew that they were kind of like coconut-headed, so he said, I'll tell you something. You know, the lion, you don't got any courage here. Purple heart. Here, you with the heart, you know, I'll give you a little fake heart, you know what I mean? Because you've been crying the whole time. You're so sensitive. You were rusting when you seen her. You know, lion, you figured everything out. I mean, you were the courageous one, so here, right?
Yeah.
And then the scarecrow is like, you know, I'm dumb. And he's like, yeah, well, how did you figure out to melt her? Because she wasn't no joke, right?
Yeah.
So they get it all. And they say, you could have went home any time because you got those shoes. And when she got home, it was nice and basic. She was back. Everything was in color.
Yeah.
All right? When she got back home, it was back to black and white. It felt like the early 60s and 50s. But her friends were there. Her family was there. You know what I mean? And I forget my point. but you know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
if you enjoyed this, guys, be sure to grab your tickets for the Blue Note tonight. What time is your show starting?
At 6. At
6. Okay.
I saw a Filipino Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's that?
My favorite song was the Lion song. Ibay, working, at the porst. You scared me. Not cat or kitten wearing mittens. Ibay, working, at the porst. I eat some chicken adobo and pancit too.
Oh, I love me some pancit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And salmon belly sinigang. See, I'm gonna make them go crazy over here.
Getting them all riled up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't say something like that.
So if you're loving this again, be sure to grab your tickets for tonight at Blue Note. And it's going to start at 6 p.m., so make sure you're there on time. Now, I want to get into a little bit of your career and your success. You know, you have some really iconic roles. And you've got some stuff in the works right now. So growing up, one of my favorite shows to watch was Martin. And also that was partially because I didn't have a choice. My parents, you know, they put on what they want to put on, and it's like you get a little bit of choice sometimes, but for the most part, it's like sit there.
Okay.
And thankfully, I enjoyed it. So I just want to talk about your Varnell spinoff.
Okay.
Coming
we can
up.
talk. Thank you. It's a new
Shaboing
feeling.
boing.
Yeah.
So are you excited to be working with Martin again? How is that for you?
I am. We are very dear friends from way back before we became anything in entertainment. We were two comedians that met at a club because Sinbad was there, if you guys know Sinbad. And he had won a thing called Star Search. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Star Search is like The Voice, you know, but then again not. So all the comics, all the new comedians went down to see Sinbad.
Yeah.
And he was one of them. And so was Dave Chappelle. Yeah. And so all the DC comics. And we became friends. He said, I'm going to LA to do a sitcom. And I said, I'm on my way out there too, to get into sitcoms and into movies and stuff like that.
It was fate.
Yeah. So he went first. I came after. We became friends. We both busted our behinds. He got Do the Right Thing. I got Strictly Business. I got A Living Color. He got Martin.
Right.
And The Road.
A little louder, guys.
Yeah, yeah. And then the
Yeah.
low. Yeah, yeah. And then it was just like, from there, it was just like, carry on my wayward son. And the only reason why I did that, because I was talking about Kansas, and that where Delta was from anyway. Okay, so.
I also want to know, so in the scene in Martin, when your character Varnell was getting interviewed by Martin, that scene gets me in tears every time. I'm curious to know, how much of that scene was improvised?
For me, all.
All?
Yeah, for me, him, none.
Okay.
You know, he didn't expect that. You know, but we both came from different shows.
Yeah.
We're very competitive, me and him, in basketball. Like, we were competitive, man. And he's like, hey, man, welcome to my show. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, well, I'm visiting with my show in me. You know? Yeah. And so when they went action, it was him, Martin, and it was Tommy Davidson in Living Color. And we both had two distinct styles, but we're best buddies.
Yeah.
So the rule is the joke's over if you laugh, right?
Oh, he was trying not to.
Yeah, so it's just like I just started just reeling them in nice and slow. I said nothing on the script. He said, you have a pool? I go, nah, man, I got a lake. You know, catfish, man. Catfish delicious. You know? So you don't drive, he said. You don't drive. Yeah, I don't really drive, you know. But do you got a car though? Yeah, I got a limo. And he said, no, you know. So everything he said, I just kind of
one-upped it.
Thousand up it.
Yeah, thousand up
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. And it brings back a lot of good memories from my childhood. And having you here is honestly an honor. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's always good to see my proud family children.
Ooh, speaking of that.
You see?
I was a proud family.
Yeah,
girl.
there you go. I'm her cartoon dad.
Yeah.
You know, Pity, where you going?
Ooh.
You're not going out there looking like that. I don't care if you going to Hawaii or nothing. Ain't gonna be that Hulu skirt.
Sound just like my dad.
There
Hey.
you go. Today. You know.
And so speaking of proud family, and you're also on the Louder and Prouder reboot, I want to know, what lessons did the Proud Family teach you when you were, going through the original show and the spinoff as well? What were the most important lessons that you learned about family and community that really stick with you?
I got mostly reinforced about family when I did the Proud Family. My children were, one was an infant, one was a toddler, one was 3. So I was a father at the time too. So, and it was Disney. So all the story plots were about learning, loving, changing, problem solving, and making sure that you were a good person out there. See? And so every script was based on that, And there's a difference between the mom and the dad. I found that out there. Mom is the nurturer, dad is the worker and the rule guy. At least he tries to be. Yeah. And a lot of principles that I didn't know about because I didn't have a dad. I got to learn on that series because I didn't have a dad say, you ain't going nowhere, or telling my sister that either. So that came along with it. The best thing about it was the biggest learning. It wasn't something that I learned. It was something that was reinforced for me. Yeah. Okay, on that show. And what was reinforced for me is that love doesn't have a color. And it didn't make a difference to this family or the world at large in the Proud Family. It was children and their parents and everybody trying their best to grow up and be kind and be humane to their fellow man. And it may sound really, really deep, you know, but so what? So what?
Yeah.
You know?
It's fundamental.
It's fundamental, and it was fun. I don't know if you remember the movie we did about the Proud family coming to Hawaii. Does anybody remember that?
Come on,
No?
y'all. I can't be the only one.
They're not from Hawaii. Where am I? Guam got the little blue crabs and the whole food thing on Sunday. You never been to Guam? Okay. Is that another Pacific island? Is it like the one in Moana? Is The Rock from there too?
You're giving us such a good.
He's going to the NFL too, like them.
Now, if you guys, again, if you're loving what you're seeing, because I'm over here dying laughing up here. I can't see y'all too well because it's a little dark, but if you haven't already, go ahead and grab those tickets for Blue Note tonight at 6 p.m. Be sure to be there. So I know that
7?
No, 6. Right?
It's at 7?
It's at 7? It's at
Okay.
7. Okay.
Okay.
It's at 7.
Newsflash.
Okay. God forbid a girl likes to be early.
Yeah. Newsflash.
Okay. So I know that you had released some music recently, Come Take My Hand, featuring Byron Miller. And you do have some experience in the jazz scene, and you've opened up for people like Patti LaBelle.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know, should we plan to expect any music from you coming up in the future?
Yeah, lots of it, too.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I do know where I'm starting, and I'm starting in smooth jazz.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was a tough choice for me. I'm a singer first. I sang when I was from 4 years old, you know, all the way. And I sang until I was about 13. Then I wanted to start doing what all the other guys did, play sports and stuff. But until then, I was the singer.
Where'd you grow up singing?
In D.C. And I won talent shows. Grown men were coming to my house asking if I could, you know, go and play with their band. My mother was like, no, you know. And I've always wanted that. And I really, and this is the truth too, I knew all about entertainment at a very, very young age, but I didn't want to be a comedian.
Oh.
I didn't want to be a comedian because I thought no one would take me serious.
Really?
Even at that age, but I was about 9 then, you know, and, you know, listening to Richard Pryor and all these other people. And I said, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
But I do want to be like, you know, Michael McDonald. You don't know me, I'm your brother. Or like Elton John. Hold me close, we're trying to dance hard. You know.
You got some really good impressions.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Or Sammy Davis Jr., you know. Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. This is not a marble. I'm kidding. So, no. They have gummy eyeballs now, by the way. All right. They do. Right? Like my daughter's like, I want the gummy eyeballs. You know, and it's like a bag full of eyeballs. I'm like, I don't know if I want you to eat those.
So since comedy wasn't an avenue that you initially wanted to take, what was that pivotal moment in your life like when you decided that you wanted to do comedy?
It actually was a decision made by my friend Howard. You know, Howard, I grew up with in my neighborhood. 11 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Like poorest family I've ever seen. You know what I mean? With my own eyes. You know. And we grew up together, man. And I got a job at a Ramada Inn as an assistant chef, which is a great job at like 18, 19. Right? So I go to Howard. He's my buddy all the way. I mean, from when we were little kids. And I tell him about this job, and he goes, man, you stupid. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm here like, you stupid. You think that's a good job, man? If I were you, I'd be in Hollywood making movies, doing TV, doing all this stuff, right? And I said, you just mad you ain't got no job. So he got me to go on stage at like the worst strip club in
Oh Lord.
the worst. And he worked down there, he cleaned up down there, and he said, I talked the manager into letting you on stage.
Okay.
And I was like, I ain't going down there, man. And he pressed me and pressed me and pressed me and pressed me and pressed me. He took the bus out to my house one time. It was February, cold as I don't know what. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
Nope.
That's why I don't want to leave. But he comes to my house and said, come on, let's go. You know? And I had a little Datsun B210 by then, so I'm like, all right, let's go. And my radiator busted. Right? He went right to the bus stop, said, I'll see you next week. He came right back. We went. I went down there. The guy's looking at me when I got there. You know, so, yeah, you got 5 minutes, man. And I'm like, all right, man. And I look at him and I go, well, what am I supposed to do? And he said, man, I don't care what you do. Just say something on that mic, man. I don't care what you do. And from the first thing I said on the mic, people laughed. And I'm sitting here. That's really how it happened, too. That's really how it happened.
That's such a full circle moment.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. And full circle in this way. My mother, Howard was her favorite of all time. I had a lot of friends, but she loved her some Howard. She would invite Howard to my house on Christmas on Christmas morning.
Okay.
And let him open his present at our house, right? So Howard, you know, he never really got anything really nice. You know what I mean? Nice as I got, you know. So he had got, this makes me teary. He had got, for Christmas, all right, in a paper bag with a bow on it. He had got those, remember those little green army men that was, you know, and that's
Like
all
the
they
ones in
did.
Toy Story?
Yeah, like those.
Yeah.
Hey! 2.0 generation. So, and an orange, right? So my mom, in my mother's style, turns to me like she does on every Christmas and goes, why don't you give him one of your toys? And I'm like, I ain't giving him, I ain't say that out loud because she'd have been like, pop. You know? She'd been like, what? And so she said, I tell you what, give him one of your watches. And I was like, I ain't giving him one of my watches. What the hell is she talking about? And I said, why? And she said, because you have two. I gave you one and your grandparents gave you one. And choose the one you like the most or whatever, and then give them the other one. And I was like, here. And guess what he gave me in return?
Did he give you the gift that he got?
And more. And
That's
more.
sweet.
Yeah. So it really, my mother was really big on love given. Always gives a true return. You know, and it's not something I knew really even when I was living it with her. It's something that I had to grow into.
Yeah, it's something you learn over time.
Yeah, I had to grow into that. And she was teaching me the universal law of exchange, which I knew nothing about. So she'd get groceries, coming up the stairs, and I had no money in that neighborhood, and start giving food to the kids. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, you don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm doing it. You know, and she was trying to show me. She said, do you have what you want? Huh? Do you have what you need? She's up in my face all the time. Do you have what you need? I'm like, yeah. She's like, all right then. That's the end of the story. You know, but she was telling me that, hey, as long as you got what you need and you can give what you got, you always have what you need. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah. And that's how I got into comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother knows best for having Howard as the favorite.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing now.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's that motherly instinct for sure. Yeah.
So what do you prefer doing? Stand-up, acting, voice acting, or like improv? What is your favorite thing overall to do?
Stand up.
Stand-up?
Stand-up's my favorite thing.
Nice.
Yeah. It's hard to do because it's like my children, like picking which one is my favorite. but like they're a pain in the butt one at a time. So I don't really have to select. I just be like, okay, this week you ain't my person. You know what I mean? But the reason why is it's not dependent on anyone else.
It's just you on stage.
It's just up to me. But I love them all. I love them all. I love them all because they're collaborative. I just have more freedom as an individual. My mom threw me out of the house when I was 14 because I was trying to be a criminal. Finally she let me in and I got a job. And I learned how people think that work for a living and not steal for a living. And that's what helped me become, I'm a worker. This is just a really great job, but this is a job. My mom taught me that. And one of her lessons was, you know what? She told me, and I'll tell you the truth. She told me this. She said, you know what? If I thought you were doing something sexy, I'd be impressed. You know what I mean? But you're stealing from people like me. Like, we don't got hardly nothing. Now, if you went out there in the suburbs and did that, and you were a cat burglar or something like that, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But everybody in this neighborhood, as far as I know, work for their money and everything that they got. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, okay. She said, there's 3 kind of ways to make money. Yeah. She's like, you can work for it. Oh, no, she didn't say that for last. She said, you can steal it, but you'll always be looking behind your back because you can go to jail, you can be killed, and it's not really yours. Yeah. And so deep inside, it's not yours your whole life, what you have. She said the second way is to inherit it. She said, well, you black. She was white, by the way. She's telling the truth. She said, and you guys haven't inherited a whole lot. Yeah. You see? So there's no inheritance coming from that. Mm-hmm. You see? You're not just being born into having it in your pocket. That's for sure. Right? Yeah. She said, or you can be like us. You can work for it. And it don't matter if you're black, you're white, you're orange, you're purple, or whatever. If you work for it, it's yours. And it's yours to give and share, too. Wow. Yeah. And so that's where that all came from. And that independence, just the fact that in and of myself, I can give a performance doing stand-up, is that I can stand on my own. Yeah. Not stand on my own like I don't need anybody, but be able to do my part. Yeah. Right? The good part about everything else is that it's collaborative, like work. When you're in your work atmosphere, all kind of people from every walk of life have one thing in mind, getting that job done, right? So acting, you're dependent on the script. There's writers. You're dependent on your actor. There's an actor. You're dependent on the lights. There's an electrician. That's that medium. Cartoons. You're dependent on the artist. You're dependent on the networks. You're dependent, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just really fun to be able to get up and not have to be looking around and looking for someone to help you with what you want, what you need to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like being a boss because you're looking at everybody going, "Everybody finish," You're your own thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so that's why I choose stand-up as my favorite thing, because I can reach as far as my mind can reach with the audience.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I definitely want to get into more of the values that were instilled in you and some more questions about your career. We're going to take our first break, and we'll get into it right after that. We'll be right back.
All right. Thank you.
I'm not going
you guys
anywhere.
are so quiet. You can
I'm not
breathe.
leaving, man. I'm not leaving, man. I'm not leaving. I'm not going. It's like on the airplane. No. My mom and my dad, I was abandoned and they found me in Mississippi, so they took me to there. And that's where I grew up until I was 5. Yeah, so, I'm actually a white boy, but you can't tell. I mean, look at my hands, though. Look, see? Oh, I have a real special affinity towards the military, man. That's the military could teach America a whole lot, because they don't judge about your background. They don't judge from where you're from, and they promote by merit. It's not promoted by where you come from or your degree or whatever. You get promoted by what you do. And then you go to the next level and do that, and then you do that. So that's why I like the military so much. Yeah. Is that because that's how it's set up, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I've been around the world. I have done shows around the world for probably about 35 years in almost every country. Yeah. So that's where a lot of it comes from. I was in Italy. And they're like, we're going to show, this is what I love about the military, right? The sailor of the year is going to meet you. I'm like, all right, cool, bring them on, top, seamanship. And I'm like, okay, cool. Little Filipino girl comes up, she like that tall. She, Tina Gonzalez, I'm like, see what I mean?
Okay, we're ready to come back, guys. Welcome back. Woo. We're here at the Hawaiian Financial Music Hall with our special guest, Tommy Davidson. I'm Safi like Taffy.
DJ Milk.
Here with 93.9 The Beat. I'm so happy that we have Tommy in the house today. And you've got a show going on tonight at Blue Note, 7 p.m. Be sure to grab your tickets if you haven't already. Now, we only have time for one more question, though I would love to hear you talk for, honestly, the rest of the day. I really want to know...
Me too. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to know what your favorite role of all time is, and how much of that role is just you authentically being yourself, and what's that dynamic like when you're acting and you're in a role and you're trying to balance that level of authenticity along with the character that you're playing.
Ooh, she be having some loaded questions, don't she? It's one question, but it's loaded, You know what I mean? It's like a burrito, I'm gonna have to say Bobby. I played the character of Bobby in Strictly Business with a. Thank you. One person saw it. And I co-starred with Halle Berry and Joseph C. Phillips, right?
Yeah.
And it's my first movie. And I had a choice to do a lot of stuff. When I first got into the industry, I was a hot, very, very hot piece of talent, sought after by all the top agents and stuff. So I had pretty much a choice to pick what movie I wanted.
Yeah.
And I liked this movie. And I liked the character because the character, like I'm a movie buff in the first place. Like I was taking my Academy Award when I was like 6 in my backyard,
You were ready.
Yeah, Ernest Borgnine and Charlie Heston and all those are big names to me, you know what I mean? So what happens is I look at that character and I said, how do I project my experience onto others? Okay?
Okay.
And as a black man. So I chose the role of Bobby, who grew up in the projects in Harlem, had a work program with a brother from Harvard, right?
Yep.
With a investment firm, right?
Yeah.
And helped a black bank and that investment firm build a huge business complex in Harlem. And the reason why I did that was because, in entertainment, there's not a whole lot of lot of sci-fi and super fantasy that comes from my culture,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm a part of movie culture. I mean, Star Wars,
Oh,
all that
pivotal.
stuff. I love it all.
Yeah.
Me and George Lucas are, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But
we need our
we're-
own storylines
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was why I took that, and it worked out just fine.
Yeah.
It worked out just fine. I mean, you'd be surprised how many CEOs and business owners come to me and say, "Man, that movie inspired me, and that's what I wanted to do.
Wow.
I did that on purpose." You know, when my mom and my dad found me in that trash in Mississippi, they were down there for the civil rights movement. They watched Kennedy on TV, and he said, "If you're a white person in America, will you be able to look back at this period in history and say you did something about the race problem?" And they went to Mississippi, immunized children, did voting drives, which was dangerous, you know, and long story short, found me.
Wow.
See? And so the story's a true one. And I just wanted to do my part with that movie.
Yeah.
And it also launched a lot of actors, some that you know.
Yeah.
I starred in the movie that Samuel Jackson was in, and Halle Berry.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can just go on and on and on with the names that were in that, you know? I don't have any shame in the game either. Puffy was my assistant on that movie.
Wow.
Yeah. And was the smartest thing I ever seen. Sharp as I don't know what. I knew he was going to be. I knew he was going to get to where he was going to go. You know what I mean? And so nothing about what I say is about character.
Yeah.
I just try to stick to the truth of what I know.
Yeah, it's your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, hey, it's the content of your character. And we all working on it.
Yeah, we all are. It's a lifelong evolution, you know.
And this, and one more thing. There's a politician that actually went from here. And would know more about the rainbow than anyone. And ended up going from a very rainbow house to a white one.
Ooh. Everybody give it up for Tommy Davidson. Thank you so much for coming to our Hawaiian Financial Music Hall.
Man, I'm home. I'm home. I got my beautiful friends here, man. I got a sister that lives here.
Yeah.
My buddy lives here. I got my nephews and nieces here. This is family.
It's all about Ohana and community. Yeah.
All the way.
There we go.
Well, thank you so much, Tommy, for coming to our Hawaiian Financial Music Hall. And I want to go ahead and give a big mahalo to all of our sponsors, Coca-Cola, Monster Energy, and Jack in the Box for breakfast. Hopefully you guys had a good time. I'm Sappy Like Taffy.
DJ Milk.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in here with 93.9 The Beat. Woo. Thank you so much.
All right, I think we're gonna start taking pictures real soon. So if you guys
Yes.
want to line up against this wall.
And make sure your phones are out with your cameras on so that we can get them photos going.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, right next on this back wall, next to the press wall,
Gotta meet until 8.
where I'm at. Line up with your phones out, one picture per group. Unlock your phones. Have them ready to go. If you want to take a picture with Sweetie Picaro from KSSK, go for it.